What we gotta understand about Iran's whole nuclear program is that Iran currently doesn't have any nukes yet, or hasn't been developed, even though Benjamin Netanyahu has been saying that weapons of mass destruction, has been yapping about how they're gonna build a nuke in a week and we gotta strike them now for the past 40 years now. But yeah, they don't have any nukes, and Khamenei, who was the supreme leader of Iran who got assassinated the first day of the war, put a fatwa out. Fatwa is basically a ruling, Islamic ruling, saying that we can't use nukes, it's haram. But then why are they still trying to build nukes? Well, it's simple. Iranians have a few different types of defense systems against their enemies, which is right now Israel and the United States. First is the acts of resistance. Hamas, Hezbollah, Houthis in Yemen, all these like resistance groups, which are basically groups that, defend for them and fight back against injustices. The second thing that they have are their missile program. Basically, Iran has tons and tons and tons of missiles that they produce in Iran at home. Shitty missiles that they just make with a bunch of scraps that's just used to just cause damage to, wherever they're bombing, like the Gulf states. So send the shitty drones, waste them to waste their air defense systems, and then they have they have better drones, and then they also have missiles and drones from, the Chinese and stuff that they bought. But this is, very valuable to them because they can just make so many of them, and they don't rely on another country to supply them with it. So, if that country says, hey, we don't want to supply to you, they're not cooked because they make so many at home. We've seen from what they've done to Tel Aviv and the Gulf states in the 12-day war that they have a lot of them and that they're very powerful and strong. Iran also has the Strait of Hormuz. It controls 20% of the world's oil, and they can economically hurt their enemies by not letting them trade with the Strait of Hormuz. And they can benefit, the United States' enemies like Russia and China by allowing them to trade with them, and then benefit their own economy while making the U.S.'s economy shit. Iran has all of these defense tactics that they've been using in the war to economically hurt their enemies and strategically hurt the United States and Israel because they know that they can't really win in a one-on-one fight. But they're still making the nukes because it is a last resort option as a form of defense. So if all things went to shit, at least they have the nuke that they can then use. It's another form of defense.